Grant with the two sparklers on a shallow ramp with rollerblades on, and he falls
Just
so hard on your back.
Throws the sparklers onto the ground.
That definitely got a lot of comments. I remember, like, I hope that guy's okay. I was not. Lauren, you asked about how we did metrics to know that things were doing well. Putting Tom at the front of the video, doing the tearaways, that's how you do it.
The lewd comments we got on that opening.
Oh my God. Why did that guy not come back in the video?
When we first came out with those tearaways, we forgot to double check that the buttons wouldn't be faulty. So like people spent all this money and they would just rip through the fabric. And we're like, all right, we got to add a little.
You know, when you're in school and you're like, I don't really need math. What am I going to use this for in my life? And then you're shooting a video like this, you're like, you really need some math.
Yeah.
Because you're going to have to figure out how you get that paint can to exactly hit the guy in the face.
And then Mason just sitting in a kiddie pool. And like at first I had to rewatch it being like, was that also a dummy? Like with the ones we would like fit shorts on. But then I realized, oh, we didn't have those type of dummies back then. What cracks me up is like when you look on the, like just on the sidelines of everything going on, our office was just a mess all of the time. No structure, shorts everywhere. Just like, it was a shithole, let's be honest.
I remember the firework burned a hole in the carpet like forever.
Yeah.
That's right.
You fell and threw it off the ground.
You fell hard.
Yeah.
And guys, when there's like 100 takes of that, like Jesus, there's so much falling. The thing that we cheated on that, I remember, is the ball rolling into and hitting the button. It didn't actually turn it on. It was like impossible to turn that on without like sticking a finger into it. It hits it and then Mason pulls up the camera a little bit and presses the button. That was the only other trick we had to pull.
Yeah, that's right. That wouldn't have worked. The first like 90 takes of that, there was an office filled with people trying to work.
Yeah. I was
It wasn't
one of
until
them.
like 7:30, 8:30 at night when we got it, the office happened to be empty. But I remember people being like, I have to go downstairs because like I need to use the printer or whatever. And we'd be like, don't walk on the stairs.
Yeah.
And I remember somebody knocking over all the boxes by accident. And we're like, do not move from your desk ever again. I remember we made that unnecessarily hard though, where like the first part where it's going down the stairs and goes through the top floor and gets to the, I don't know why we decided to put the Home Alone bad guys faces on those dummies. But like from that part all the way to there, that actually didn't take that long. I remember that taking maybe like an hour or two, right?
I'm going to give away a little bit of the magic here. There is a cut in that.
Yeah.
And on the stairs, when we throw the GoPro down the stairs to continue on, and we were like, we're doing a cut. And we managed to mask that cut. There's something about with the stairs moment, just we couldn't get to connect. We also
made
got
it so
great.
unnecessarily hard though, Phil. Like, why did we incorporate a firework into it? And then we had to shoot that over and over and over and over. And it's like, why did we do that?
I think we really wanted it to look hard. And it was.
I also remember when we finished that, like Phil and Mason and I wanted to murder each other. We had like dinners planned and like things we were supposed to do with children. Everything got canceled.
Yeah.
Everything we were late to everything. Everyone hated us. And I remember we did not pick up any of it. It was like we got back the next day and it was like, we're really sorry, guys. It was a tense moment the night before. We couldn't do it.
Talk about a shoot where by the end we were not having fun. That was one. We were very frustrated at the end of that one.
That was one.
I remember after really great videos, like our job, like people would write in all the time, can I please come work for you guys? Because it looked so fun. And I just remember like you all being like, well, actually we're going to kill each other at this point. So, but come on, we're going to need someone new.
The other thing that's crazy too is like, I remember the reason we had to take so many takes is like you would just have one box would tilt and not knock over the next one.
Setting up all those boxes did take a long time.
Oh God, it was so traumatic.
What was the logic behind Grant's just a mini ramp?
The ramp was so shallow.
X Games were popular at the time.
Honestly, that is one of the funniest moments in the video to me by far is Grant with the two sparklers on a shallow ramp with rollerblades on and he falls
Just
so hard
crashing.
on your back.
Throws the sparklers onto the ground.
That definitely got a lot of comments. I remember, like, I hope that guy's okay. I was not. I was in pain for weeks.
You know what also I think was an inspiration for that video was that OK Go thing that went really popular.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That like Rube Goldberg music video, like everyone was all about that. And I think we were like, oh, we can do that.
Also, I love that we were like, let's make it St. Patrick's Day. That'll be why we're doing this.
Yeah, that finale was great.
Like, what's at the end of this?
It's all American
I guess.
flags, everything. Then at the end, Happy St. Patrick's Day.
You know, we also got a lot of comments about how people were upset that that isn't actually how you pour a Guinness, which I love. That's the best thing about the internet. Is people are like, that's actually not the right way to pour a Guinness by doing a Rube Goldberg. You're like, what? It's not?
Preston, is this you sharing?
I've been on mute this whole time. I've been saying a lot of funny things.
Oh no.
And I was like, why aren't they responding to me?
Oh, Preston.